Hi, guys. So, we've been reading all about fiction texts and we've been learning all about what we can do when we are taking a test and how we don't want the old man that made the test to trick us. So, today we're going to talk about answering questions and about how a character feels, keeping in mind that feelings change across the story. Does that feel like something we've talked about? You're right. We've talked about it a lot. Okay. So, what do you know about reading fiction books? Like, what are some things that you know? What are some things that you like keep in mind? Like a list of things when we're reading fiction books. What do you think about? Yeah, we think about characters. Check. We think about the setting. Check. We also think about problem and solution. Check. So we think about the characters, we think about the setting, and we think about the problem and solution. And when we think about characters, though, there's some specific things that we're thinking about. We're thinking about what kind of person is this? And then we also are thinking about like how are they changing in the book, right? And that can feel tricky sometimes, especially with the way that test makers like to ask us these things. So, why are these things important though? Like, why do we think about these things? Who is in the story? What do I know about them? Where is this taking place? What is happening in the story? The plot, the problem, and the solution. Why are they important? Yeah, because character feelings and how feelings can be different based on what is happening. Like, if somebody brings me a present, I'm going to feel 100% different than if I woke up and my favorite goldfish just passed away, right? Like that's going to make things different for me. And that's depending on what happened is going to make me feel different and it's going to make me act different. And like if I wake up and my favorite cereal, the box is empty and it's because my husband ate all of it, who am I going to be mad at that morning? Yep. I'm gonna be mad at my husband because he ate my favorite cereal and ate all of it and didn't tell me, and now I have no cereal, right? Ugh, what kind of morning is that? So, might I be a little grumpy when I come in here in the morning if that happens? Yeah. But what if I wake up and I had a really good night's sleep and I go and I eat my favorite cereal and everything's going great and the ride to work was really smooth and there was no traffic and I get here and everything's perfect and I'm ready for my day. How am I going to be? Yeah, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be like, "Yeah, how are y'all? Good morning. Can't wait to see you." So it's just depends on what is happening in the story. Characters change according to what's happened. So I want us to go way back and think about the Diamond Mystery. So we're thinking about the mystery unit. And remember, Jerry and Maya were the two characters. And I want you to just think, how did Jerry feel in the Diamond Mystery? How did he feel? Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, you're like, well, what part? Like, I mean, like, there were some parts where, like, especially at the end, he probably felt really good because he helped solve the case. Yeah. But then there were parts like he might have even been like a little bit scared when like the part where the Mr. Oh, I forgot his name. The jeweler, he comes in and he's knocking on the door and he's covered in rain and he's wanting them to solve the problem and he's being dramatic and he's just crying and screaming and acting insane, right? And so he might have even been a little bit like weirded out, been like, I don't know what's going on with this man, right? So it depends on what part, because it's what's happening in the part that tells us what's how the character is feeling. So let's think specifics. How did Jerry feel when Danny had the knife and was coming towards Maya? Yeah, he was scared, right? He was like flashing his little light and he was like, "Oh my gosh, Maya's gonna die. Like, this is horrible. I'm gonna watch it," right? It was not a good feeling. We were even scared. All right. How did he feel when Luke was coming back and Maya was looking for the apple in his office space? How did he feel? Yeah, I agree. He was probably anxious. He was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, hurry, hurry, hurry," right? How do you think he felt when he and Maya solved the case? Yeah, he was excited. He's like, "We did it. We found the person that was stealing the diamonds and we saved the day," right? Really excited. So, test makers will ask though, how did Jerry feel in paragraphs 1 through 4? They're not going to say, how did Jerry feel in the diamond mystery? They're going to ask you to go back to a very specific part and make you think about that one little part when they're asking reading questions. Now, in writing, it's a little bit different. They might ask how a character changes, right? And then you have to think about the whole story. But when you're asking a question, usually they're going to ask about one part. So we have to think about what is the question asking me, and we have to think about that one part that we need to go back to and think about how the character was feeling there and why were they feeling that way. So this is our story, Digging for Dinos. We've already read it a million times at this point. If you need to reread it, you can pause this video and you can go back and listen to it. But we've read it enough times now where I really feel like we know the story. So if you don't, you can pause this and go back and hear it. It's also in your Google subplans, in the Google Classroom subplans, and it literally says Digging for Dinos. And you can hear me reread it again. But let's go ahead and think about some parts here. So, here at the beginning, I noted that like he felt like he was disappointed, he was hot, he was let down, right? Like he wasn't very happy that he hadn't found any dinosaur bones yet. And he was, yeah, he was bored. And where does his feelings start to change? Says he was bored. Still says, I'll keep looking. It does say he wasn't giving up. So, right there, he might still be bored, but he was not going to give up, right? But then where does it change? Yeah, that's right. And then it happened. My tooth, Benny said, surprised. He stared down at the dirt. My tooth, Benny whooped. My dinosaur tooth. I found a real live dinosaur tooth. So he's excited. He's happy. He's surprised. He's like, whoa, I just found something, right? Pretty exciting there, even if it was his own tooth, right? So there are the parts where we're thinking about how Benny was feeling. So now we're going to think about this question. What does Benny feel in paragraph 9? Is he excited, bored, sad, or determined? So let's go back. Where am I going to go? That's right. I'm going to go back to paragraph 9 and I'm going to think, what is he? Oops, we skipped ahead. Let's go back to paragraph 9. So here is paragraph 9, and I have to reread, right? I need to reread and think about what's happening and how is Benny feeling. Benny thought holding the GPS tool might be fun, but he wasn't giving up. I'll keep looking, he said. But, he added, thinking out loud, the pictures always showed dinosaurs in swampy places. Did they live in deserts too? So, this is the part where he said, I'll keep looking. And this is the part where he asked the question about where they live. So, let's go see what our answers could be. Was he excited? I don't remember reading anything in that part that show he was excited. Did it say he was bored in that part? Was there anything in there that said he was bored? Was he sad? I don't remember anything in the whole story about him being sad, so that doesn't feel right, does it? Was he determined? What does determined mean? Yeah, he's not going to give up. Wait a second. Isn't that exactly what it said? He wasn't going to give up, right? Look, it literally says that. I'll keep looking, he said, but he wasn't giving up. So, he's determined. He isn't gonna give up. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna let you practice this now. So, I'm gonna read the question, and then you're gonna go to the part in the text and reread, and you're gonna try this work on your own. So, what is the main character feeling in paragraphs 13 and 14? A, disappointed, B, scared, C, excited, or D, happy? So, which answer is most right? And you're going to go to, that's right, paragraphs 13 and 14. So, go ahead and head to 13 and 14. Reread. Go back to the question. Was he disappointed? Was he scared? Was he excited? Or was he happy? All right. So there's two possible answers here, right? Like there's one that kind of feels right, could be right, but there's one that really feels right. So is it disappointed? A. No, he definitely wasn't disappointed there. Was he scared? No. Was he excited? I think so. It even says, my tooth, Benny whooped. My dinosaur tooth. I found a real live dinosaur tooth. If you're whooping, whoop, you're excited, right? Huh. So let's think. Was he happy? Well, I definitely think he was happy too, but it feels like the most right answer is that yeah, I agree. He's excited. That is what I would go with too. All right. So I need you to remember that when we read a fiction text, characters' feelings can change across the story according to what is happening in the story, just like you and me. So it's up to you to notice when characters' feelings change and figure out why they have changed. You got to figure out why. Why is the character changing? Why are they suddenly mad? Why are they angry? Why are they sad? Why are they happy? Why are they excited? What happened to make them change like that? All right. Go off and read your articles today. And don't forget to practice this work.